Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I thought I would quickly unbox with you something that I purchased recently and also discuss with you my no spend situation. So let's quickly unbox the items in here. This is from a company called Crop Party in Japan, and when I want something craft-wise, I look to them first. I sometimes order from scrapbook.com as well as Simon Says Stamp, but the shipping time takes quite a while, and the shipping is usually at least $15 or so. Anyway, so let's see. So this is what I got. So these are the items. It's kind of interesting to see all the different katakana and Japanese lettering here, but to be honest with you, I'm a little bit disappointed because one of the reasons why I made this purchase was to order some stencils, and unfortunately they don't have it in stock, or it's coming in stock but it's going to take at least 3 months or something like that, and I don't know, kind of disappointed. But let's see. I purchased some Distress Oxide, one in weathered wood and one in milled lavender. I'm not really going to do a swatch or anything because I'm sure you've seen these already online. If you've watched my Hobonichi flip through pages, I was talking about thinking of getting some more of the Distress Oxide, so I did end up getting 2. And with that, I wanted to get finally the mini blending tool. And so it comes, I ordered the actual tool itself as well as the sponges, like the refills, I guess. But yeah, I'm happy that I was able to purchase this in Japan, but really bummed that I couldn't get the stencils here. I don't know, I don't want to wait 3 months or so for these stencils because I don't know, I don't know. Anyways, I ended up asking for a refund, and that's what they have decided to do. So yes, all of these items, I think these items here, I think it was about $33, including shipping and stuff. So I don't know, is this worth $33? Anyways, I'm happy that this came, and I just wanted to share that with you. So before I start the no spend portion of the video, I thought I would quickly get on here. I just wanted to give you a heads up that it's going to be a very chatty video. I don't have too much to share on screen, so please feel free to journal along with me and just kind of listen to me chat. I filmed this video about a week ago, and I'm really hesitating putting it up. I will most likely put it up probably in another week's time, so it's probably going to be 2 weeks since the original film date, but it's just kind of a sensitive topic, I guess, sharing your finances and things like that online. I was heavily inspired by John Rush to do this video. He went all out and he shared his take on the no spend and what he spent during in the months with stationery and things like that. So I was very inspired by John Rush. Please feel free to check out his channel down below, and you can also check out his no spend videos. But yeah, I just wanted to say that please remember that this is just my view or my take on the no spend. Remember that everybody is in different situations financially and things like that. If you have the means to purchase 5 notebooks or 5 traveler's notebooks, go right ahead if that makes you happy, and I'm in no spot to say that you can't do that. Just because this is a challenge doesn't mean you're a winner if you spend $0. It's do what's right for you and what's best for you. If it makes you happy to purchase stationery goods, and the stationery goods bring you joy, and it allows you and helps you journal and things like that, and that makes you happy, then go right ahead. Do what's best for you in your situation. I just wanted to put that out there. Like I said, I'm really hesitant to put this up, but I think it's interesting. I really enjoyed watching John's video and see how he viewed the no spend for him. So I think I'm going to put this up. Okay, sorry for the ramble before the ramble. I just wanted to give you the heads up. Thank you so much. So let's talk about no spend. I have it housed in here. This is my cover from HandstichedleatherT on Etsy, and this is my Jijipun Techo in the A5 slim size. I have it written here with this money tab, and then my lovely daughter's artwork. I'm going to refer to some of my notes that I made in my other notebook here. I made some notes about the whole purpose of the no spend and why I'm doing the no spend. So I will refer to my notes right here. So one of my goals for the no spend is to be more mindful of my purchases. Is it something that I really need? Is it something that I have similar of? Am I ever really going to use it? How often am I going to use it? Things like that. The reason why I want to be more mindful is because of the lack of space, the lack of storage I have in Japan. It's not like I have a big house or I have storage solutions in Japan. I really need to be able to, I'm really hoping to relocate to Tokyo, and maybe use the wall space for storage. I really right now a lot of things are in boxes stored away, but yes, so that's one of my goals. It's not like I have any debt. I don't have any credit card debt or school's all paid off. We rent, so it's not like we have a mortgage. Yeah, so it's not like I have a debt that I need to pay off. It's more of, I guess, being mindful of things that I purchase because I don't have the space to store, or because I want to make sure that I'm going to really use the items. So some other goals that I have, they're more, I guess, financial goals. I am saving up for certain things. Like I said, I don't have any debt or anything like that, but I do want to spend money. I do enjoy spending money on stationery goods and traveler's notebooks. And my husband and I, we don't drink, we don't smoke. We're both very simple in terms of we don't even buy that many clothes or shoes. My husband buys shoes once in a while. But in terms of like even clothing or makeup, the last time I bought something was I bought 2 pairs of socks, and I bought some innerwear, like long john type of clothing for when we went to Hokkaido, and that's it. Like I don't really remember when the last time I purchased anything. And my husband is the same way. We tend to wear the same clothes, and we just kind of rotate the clothes, and if we have favorites, we just wear the same things. I know it sounds kind of weird or strange, I don't know, but yeah, we don't like to spend money on, I guess, clothes, and we like to spend money on traveling and experiences and going out, and my husband likes to spend money on camping supplies and things like that. But yeah, for me, it's stationery and, like I said, notebooks and pens and papers and things. But for financial goals, I don't have any debt I need to work towards, but I do want to, maybe own a house one day. I really need to replace a lot of my electronics. My laptop is probably over 5 years old, and my screen, on the side of my screen, there's about maybe a centimeter and a bit that is damaged. So I moved my window so that it's not in that space, because then I can't see. I know it's really, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so things like that. Making these videos, maybe people don't really realize the wear and tear it does to your electronic devices. I am constantly needing to upgrade my storage solutions, in terms of like my video storage. So recently I purchased a hard drive, an external hard drive for $100. But yeah, because I don't have any space on my laptop, and because my laptop is probably over 5 years old, it has a lot of things in there that I really need to organize or clear out. So I'm hoping the external hard drive will help with that solution. But yeah, things like that, I'm more mindful of that. I want to spend money on
like a laptop or maybe even an iPad one of these days. I was talking to my husband about a refurbished iPad or maybe replacing my 5-year-old laptop. We're thinking about maybe purchasing a refurbished one. I don't know if this is really off topic, but the interest rate here is almost zero when it comes to purchasing items. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I'm really used to, like, if you were to purchase a big item and you want to make bulk payment, or you want to make like monthly payments, there's almost always there's some like interest, like 3% interest or I don't know, 2% interest. But here it's, I think, zero. Or maybe it's just Apple products. I'm not sure. But I just thought that was very different from back home. Anyways, back to topic. Let's see what else yes, I also want to maybe one day purchase Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator and kind of get signed up for some of those online classes so that I can familiarize myself with those programs. I'm getting hit with a lot of roadblock in terms of creating things for the stationery selection. There's a lot of ideas. I want to create more original stuff for the stationery selection, but I don't know Illustrator and I don't know Photoshop, and sometimes I hit a wall there and I get so discouraged by that. But yeah, so that's something I'm working towards. And of course, traveling. We really like to travel. I'm hoping to travel back home to Canada this year, so I really need to be careful about my spending. But as you can see here, January was okay. I purchased some inserts for my pocket planner that I have that I still haven't shared with you, but I will one of these days. I'm still waiting for my dividers that I purchased in February. I'm not too sure why it's taking so long, so I'm going to have to contact this company. But anyways, so once my pocket planner is set up, I'll show you guys. But yeah, I purchased some digital downloads or printables for my planner. I purchased a beautiful zine from Johanna. And January was okay. It was not bad. I spent about $25, I want to say. I think I'm not sure with the conversion, but about $25. And then, oh boy, like this month, it's not even end of March yet. It's just past middle of March, and I've already purchased so much, and it's so hard to resist. But anyways, so these are the items that I purchased for February. I spent about $200 and a bit. Not happy at all with that. However, some of them were like the Starbucks was, some gifts were included in the Starbucks. I purchased some things from Traveler's Factory that were all gifts as well. And that's what I wanted to discuss with you too. Do you make exceptions for yourself? I know I'm on a no spend, but I always give myself some kind of an exception. I have an exception to purchase Traveler's Factory items, especially if they're limited, and the Superior Labor. And I know I'm giving myself an exception to purchase the Superior Labor, but it's not like I'm going all out and buying everything. I know there's one bag that I've been eyeing. It's in collaboration with Nomado Store, and it's a limited bag, engineering bag. I just can't, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get it, but things like that, I really have a conflict with myself. I don't know if I should get it or not. I don't know. What do you do? Do you give yourself exceptions for the month? I obviously did not here. I just went all out these last 2 months. And yes, another exception is Patreon subscriptions. I am probably never, ever going to stop those. Those are even though I'm not even like fully caught up with the videos and the collage sheets, they're so, I don't know what the word is. I go to Patreon to watch these videos, and it just gives me so much comfort and so much joy watching the videos. And yeah, like I said, I'm not even caught up with all the videos or collage sheets, but that's my go-to, and I'm never going to stop the Patreon subscriptions. If you're interested, I'm only subscribed to 2, Courtney Diaz, Little Raven Inc., and Burgess Taylor. I think she goes by Journey by Burgess. I'm not sure, but I will both of those wonderful ladies down below. Both of them are very, very talented. I could put Burgess on and just listen to her talk for whatever for hours. She's just really real and just talks about what she's into. And some months she changes up all of her journals, and that's fine. That's what she shares with us, and it's it's like you're talking to a friend. And Courtney, of course, you've seen a lot of her work in my Homonichi Techo and things like that. Endless inspiration with Courtney Diaz and her collage elements. I print some of her stuff from previous months and reuse them, and it's just her artwork is perfect for my journals. So anyways, those are the so yes, those are my exceptions. Traveler's Factory or Traveler's Company items like this, especially limited ones. My next on the list is a Starbucks roastery one. They have if you are unaware, they have a Starbucks Reserve, I think it's what it's called, a Starbucks Reserve store in Nakameguro, Tokyo, and they've collaborated with Traveler's Company, and they have their own Traveler's notebook with a stamp on the bottom right hand corner. So that's my next purchase probably. But anyways, so that's one exception. The Superior Labor is my next exception, and lastly is Patreon. I was also thinking of subscribing to a planner subscription, and the top of my list is Coco Daisy right now because I really like their sets. I know the Planner Society is big, but I don't know if I would probably get tired of all the flowery things, to be honest with you. So I've been considering Coco Daisy, but because of all this, it's like, I'm not sure. So yes, that is my no spend so far. So for February, I spent about $220. This month, March, has been horrible because there were so many sales going on. Chic Sparrow had their 5-year anniversary sale. Look how had his sale. He actually visited the United States, and he was supposed to attend some planner conference, but it got canceled, I think, because of weather. And so he was having a huge sale on his Facebook group, and of course I purchased one from him. I purchased some stamps, but some of them were for birthday gifts. And then this one here, the last one here, is from the Traveler's Company. So March has been very, very bad. Well, both of these have been very, very bad. I have a wish list, and as you can see, there's the wish list. Do I really need these? No, I don't. Do I have something similar? Like, for example, Daniel Smith watercolors. Do I really need Daniel? No, I don't. I have a lot already. Pencil crayons. This book I'm thinking of purchasing. But yeah, like I said, these are not things that I, absolutely really, really need or anything like that. Hikan would be very, very practical and useful. A border, like these things I've been hoping to get for such a long time, and then I make a huge purchase like this when I could have used this money to purchase, like a hikan or a border punch or a silicone brush. It's when I take a step back and look at it, I don't want to say regret, but it's so difficult because when you see something like an anniversary sale and things are like 30% off, it's a huge, huge chunk of money, especially if you are international and you have to pay a lot for international shipping. 30% off is a big chunk, and so that's why I ended up getting this and just kind of pushed these aside because these are things I don't really, really need, right? So I would like to know your thoughts. Do you have yourself, or do you give yourself exceptions? Do you give yourself a set amount of time before purchasing an item? I know when I purchased my Lady Falcon Travelers here, I waited several weeks before actually getting it. Oh my gosh, this brings me back a memory. I wanted to get it's not here. I wanted to get the limited edition Schminke water palette from Wet Paint, and they have the really, really pretty colorful watercolor tin, and I've wanted that for months, and I waited months, and I'm like, oh, I don't really need it. I'm not sure if I should get it. And eventually, of course, it's sold out. And to be honest, I was quite bummed, and I kicked myself in the butt and I said, oh, I shouldn't have waited so long. But you know what? At the end, it's okay. I have enough watercolors that I can play with. But yeah, do you give yourself a timeline? Do you purchase it the next day? Do you get it right away if you want it? Do you wait several weeks like I do? I'm curious to know your thoughts. If you are participating in a no spend, please let me know down below and let me know how you are doing. I think the ultimate goal for me for no spend is not about spending $0 because I know that's really not going to happen and it's not very realistic. I don't want to kick myself in the butt for not being realistic with my goals. But I think the goal for me is to be more aware of what I'm spending. When I know on the back of my mind, oh, I spent so much this month. Maybe I don't really need this extra paint, or maybe I don't really need these distress stains. So I think in that sense, it's helped me a lot so far, even though I've spent several hundred here. I didn't do so bad in January, so I'm hoping to get back on track for these months. I might go away, or I'm hoping to go back to Canada, so maybe when I'm in Canada I can kind of buy some supplies from Michael's. Things like these where it's not as expensive, but yeah, I think that's my ultimate goal, and I think I'm not doing horrible, but I'm on track, I suppose. I definitely would have spent more money if I didn't have the awareness in the back of my mind that I'm spending too much. I hope that makes sense. My goal is not to spend $0. My goal is to be more aware of what I'm spending and be more mindful of my purchases. Does that make sense? I hope so. Anyways, it's been a rambly video. I think it's probably close to 20 minutes now. If you've missed my previous video, I did an unboxing and haul, so I will leave that link down below. If you are doing a no spend, or I think Burgess, she says, what does she say? She says it's her depth year. So she works as an artist, and of course paints and refills of glue and things like that are not included in here. But she's doing something similar, and she's calling it the depth year. But as always, I will link to Courtney and Burgess down below, their Patreon. If you are interested, please give them your support. They're both very talented ladies, and as much as I can, I really want to support more on Patreon. Maybe I will not subscribe to the Kokurezi, and maybe I will subscribe to some people on Patreon instead. That's something to think about. If you subscribe to other people on Patreon, please leave a link down below. I'd love to look into it. I'm also considering Fran Nerd. And yeah, anyways, I think I've rambled long enough. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.